All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Thursday night Black Diamond Team Zoom. I am not Chad and Jeree Kneller. I am Noelle Cruz, Presidential Diamond with It Works Global. And Chad asked me to stand in last minute tonight because he is at a seminar where he is learning how to build wealth, like crazy amounts of wealth. It's not only going to benefit their family, but it's going to impact hundreds of other people on this team. So I'm really, really excited to hear about what he's getting into. And I'm excited to talk to you guys about how this business is not just something for the here and now, but is something that's actually a vehicle that's going to allow you to do amazing, legendary, life-changing things for generations to come. So a little bit of housekeeping. I'm sure you guys saw that collagen is back. Hydrate is back. Yay! We are officially launched in the Philippines. Yay, that's amazing. And you guys, like within the first 3 days, there was already somebody who was like a diamond in the Philippines. I don't know if that means they were actually a diamond or if like their entire team was like a diamond structure, but either way, super impressive. So people are building there like crazy. We open in Mexico June 24th. You guys, that is right around the corner. And I know from being in this business for so long that people have been asking, when are you going to open in Mexico? For years. And I'm sure you're talking to people all the time, every day, who are like, when are you going to open in South Africa? When are you going to open in Nigeria? When are you going to open in Colombia? Like all of the things all over the world. I just got to Dubai today, but we're opening in Mexico. And I'm really, really excited. Not only that, but we just released the new BFF. Raise your hand if you got the BFF when it came out. And are you guys obsessed with it? It's absolutely incredible. I can just tell you that I hate protein shakes that have water, and this isn't a protein shake, but I hate shakes in general that just, they say, add water, it's gonna be good. Like, I don't think there's a company out there that has a shake where you add water that actually tastes good. I think they're all gross. This one, you add water and it's amazing. Like it is so good. It's dessert. It's absolutely incredible. So that's sold out. So if you didn't get a chance to buy that, the rest of us sold it out because we wanted to try it. And we're going to make some money by actually selling it to people and then sampling it to your customers. So I know I actually have the opportunity to meet up with one of my local customers and give her a sample of the BFF. And she's like putting it on her auto ship forever because she absolutely loves it. So make sure that when we do release a new product, you're the first person to go in there and buy it, because not only do you want to be able to represent the company well, you want to be able to talk about that, and then you want to be able to sell that and sample that to your existing customers. But that will be back in stock in July, so stay tuned for that. And as Mark has told us at the beginning of the year, we're going to have 1 to 2 new products being released every single month throughout the year. And if you are following Kinsey Pentecost on Instagram or on Facebook, I think she's on Facebook as well, she has little tells. So today she put something out where there is a little bottle next to her lip and eye cream and her flat iron, and it looks like a little dropper bottle. Who knows what it could be? I have no idea. I have no speculations. I've heard CBD oil. I've heard hair serum. I've heard eyelash serum. I've heard a variety of different things. And so we don't know, but what we do know is that the company is always coming out with new innovative things that are going to take your business to a whole nother level. Hi. Oh, sorry. I just got company in my office. Always throws me off. So I'm really, really excited because where things are leaving, and some things are leaving that maybe were big sellers for you personally or for your customers or for your team. They're always going to be replacing it with things that are going to be better for your business. For instance, the cleanse, as you guys know, is on its way out. But the cleanse is on its way out because it has a ton of sugar, because it's formulated with a lot of fruit. So what they're going to do is they're going to reformulate that, and they're going to give us a new cleanse that doesn't have the high amount of sugar and the high amount of carbs. So it's just going to be better overall. So if you didn't know about the cleanse, go stock up on it now because it's while supplies last, okay? What else? I was going to share something else with you guys. Oh, I was just talking to some of my team about this last night. And so I wanted to just, I'm going to share a little bit about my story with you guys, but I really wanted to focus, one of the things that I've been hearing a lot of is, how can I run my business when this is out of stock and they're discontinuing this and they took away this and blah, 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 blah. And I just hear a lot of like noise with like complaining. And I know that it's so easy to get into that place when you guys have been spoiled rotten with like 60 plus products that are absolutely amazing. And you really just have your pick of the litter, what you're going to sell to your customers. But I just wanted to go back to when I first started, you guys. When I got started, I had never heard of the products. I had never tried the products. I had never heard of the company. And I built to triple diamond, like really pretty much presidential diamond exclusively with greens and wraps. Like that's pretty much what we sold, was greens and wraps. We sold the skinny pack, which we still have the skinny pack, by the way. Nobody ever sells it. I sold one the other day, but it's not something that you probably don't even know that it's in your back office, half of you. The skinny pack is the defining gel, a pack of wraps, and the fat fighters for just a few dollars more. So it's kind of like getting the defining gel and the the defining gel and the wraps, and then the fat fighters for half off. It's an awesome deal. The skinny pack and the greens. And that's what we sold. And that right there is a 100 BB order. So it's a great order, 100, 110, something like that. It's a really great order, and it gets people results. And so what I want you to focus on is not what we don't have. I want you to focus on the products that we do have that will get people results. And I feel like so often people are afraid to talk about the wraps because maybe you've talked to people about the wraps in the past, and as soon as you mention the wraps, people are like, oh, it's that company. Have you guys ever gotten that response where you talk to somebody about, like you mentioned, like, the wraps, and people are like, oh, I've tried that, or oh, I know what you guys do. Like people just have a bad taste in their mouth for whatever reason, but it's really just a matter of educating people. And I love it when people, I love talking to people when I say, have you ever tried this? And they're like, oh yeah, I tried that, it didn't work. And then I get into problem solving mode and I get to ask them because a lot of the time they weren't educated on what they're using. And so it's just a matter of saying, oh my gosh, that's crazy. 9 out of 10 people get results with our products. And then you get to ask them, you know, how many wraps did you use? Oh, well, I just used one. Did you take your pictures? No, I didn't take any pictures. Did you drink your water for 3 days? Because you know the wrap works in your body for 3 days. I didn't know it worked in your body for 3 days. You know, like all of these things. And then explaining to them, you know, the wraps are actually, and this is how I explain it a lot of the time. I say a box of wraps is similar to a box of teeth whitening strips. You can't do just one and expect pearly whites. You have to do the entire treatment. Oh, and by the way, while you're whitening, you probably shouldn't be drinking citrus juices and coffee and red wine, right? Like, and just because, and people understand that, people get that. And so if you can, you know, just use an example that people are going to understand, and they're going to be like, okay. And then I say, and some people are going to need more than one box of crust white strips because maybe they've been a smoker for 20 years. And they're like, uh-huh. Some people are going to need more than one box of wraps in one area, you know, so really just troubleshooting with people, but taking them through the process of how they can get results. And you guys, let's start selling our wraps because those things are what the company was founded on. And they are a product that we are not going to run out of. We're not going to discontinue. And you can build your entire business. I literally built my business on the skinny pack and greens. And I know that Jeree would say the same thing because that's what we sold. So anyway, I wanted to introduce myself. A lot of you might be brand new, and I just wanted to congratulate you for being on here. Half the battle of success in this business is showing up. And right now, you're showing up, you're plugging in. And I know that a lot of you who are veteran distributors or you're our VIPs, you get on these things not because you expect to learn anything, but you get on here because you know that staying close to the fire is what's going to make your business grow. But I know that every single time I get on a Zoom, whether it's a live with Mark and Mark and Pam and Mike, or I get on a Black Diamond team Zoom, or I'm even listening to one of the leaders on my team do a Zoom for their team, I take away a nugget. And I take away something that I can implement in my business, or I take away a story that's inspiring to me that I can share with others. And so I'm really glad that you guys are on here. Showing up is half the battle. You showed up. Now get your notebook out, take notes, whatever you're going to do, and just really absorb being here and know that this is going to grow your business. So again, my name is Noelle Cruz. I'm a presidential diamond. You guys, I've been in this business for 6.5 years. And I want to tell you a little bit about how I found this business. And I think my sister Jamie is on here. Jamie is all the way up in Alaska, and we started this business together, you guys. She's also a presidential diamond. And I came across this business because my girlfriend, who'd been trying to recruit me into a candle business, started posting these belly pictures all over Facebook. And I was like, listen, like I was totally a good customer for her with her candle business, but I was not about to sell candles because I've always been of the mindset if you can get it at the store, you know, then there's no point in selling it from home because that's not a good business opportunity, right? It needs to be a unique product in the marketplace. So I was not about to start selling candles with her. Well, she started posting all these belly pictures on Facebook, and Jamie had been a previous candle customer of hers as well. We started seeing these things, and I'm like the ingredient junkie. I'm the researcher. I was like looking into like shampoos and body washes and skincare and all these different things that were going to be safe and healthy for us, you know, like no caustic chemicals and things like that. And Jamie was like, have you seen what Jen has been posting? And I was like, I have. And she's like, you got to get in touch with her and find out about these wraps she's talking about. And I was like, I know, I've been seeing them. So I got in touch with her. And I literally, you guys, I was that annoying person who was like, what are the ingredients in the wraps? How do they work? Like, I was that person, okay? And so if you do have somebody that's obnoxious like that, no worries. Just get them on the phone with your diamond upline. They'll take care of them for you. You don't have to freak out. So she was brand new in her business, her first week. And so she did what every good distributor does. And she didn't answer any of my questions. She got me on the phone with Chad. And all she did was she got me on the phone with Chad, and I had told her, I'm just like, and she basically said, I don't know, but I have a friend who can answer your questions. Let's talk to him. And I was like, great. So we get on the phone with Chad, and I said, I'm curious about the ingredients in the wraps, how they work. You know, I'm really interested in using this product. I've had a baby, and you know, you guys, I was thin. I've always been thin, but I definitely had some fluff, and I had, you know, your body changes after you've had a baby. And so I had some things I wanted to target. And he did not answer my questions at all. He literally went straight into the business opportunity. And I remember thinking, he was like, grab a pen and a piece of paper because I'm going to give you some information that's going to change your life. And I was like, I am not going to listen to this guy. And I like remember like having this conversation in my head where I was like, I am not going to listen to you. I am not interested in the business. Now, interestingly enough, I was working 3 part-time jobs with my 2-year-old in tow, just so that I could bring in some extra money for my family. And I was actively, like daily online looking for a business opportunity. But as soon as he said those words to me, my brain shut off. And I was like, no, like I am not open to this business opportunity, even though I was actively looking. It's just so backwards. But this is one of the very few times in my life that I have audibly heard the Lord speak to me. And he was like, Noelle, pick up a pen. And I was like, no. And he was like, pick up a pen. And I was like, okay. So I picked up a pen and I started frantically taking notes. And, 20 minutes later, I asked him some questions. He went over the steps of success with me. I asked him a couple of questions I had on paper. And I said, this sounds like an amazing business opportunity. My husband's going to tell me no, but I'm absolutely going to be joining. So let's do this. Just give me a few days. And sure enough, my husband came home, told me no, forbid me to do the business. I signed up anyway on a credit card because I did not have the money. So when people tell you all the time, I don't have the money to join, you don't have the money in your bank account, maybe, or maybe you're saving that money for your hair that you're going to get done next week, but you have a credit card or you can sell something on Marketplace or whatever. And I know that so many of you got started because you sold some things. You didn't pay a bill. You guys, I've had people on my team not pay electric bills, not pay their water bills to get started. And if you are willing to invest, it's going to make you work harder. Because if you just have $100 laying around, well, good for you. There's no value to this business unless you really have a huge why. Now, my why was I wanted to be home with my little girl and not miss any more moments. And you guys, I was just sick of having a boss. I was sick of being on call. I was sick of making minimum wage. Like, I was just sick of being employed. And that sounds terrible, but I was just sick of being employed. I didn't want anybody telling me, like, I literally used to get calls at 7 a.m, like, hey, can you come into the gym this morning and cover childcare because so-and-so bailed? Like, oh, let me get my 2-year-old out of bed and drive 30 minutes to go to that job that's going to pay me $8.50 an hour. I was tired of that, you guys. And so I was really looking for something different. So I jumped in, literally like called my sister, called my mom, called my aunt, and I was like, you're going to want to do this business opportunity with me because you're going to want to use the products and get them at a discount because they're amazing. Oh, and by the way, you might as well make some extra money and get your products for free. Anyway, and I was really lucky in that my immediate family joined me. my immediate family. Now, nobody else in my family joined me. To this day, most of my friends that I've had for 20 plus years are not customers. They will not engage with me on the business at all. They have not joined my team. But my immediate family members right away were like, okay, like, because they trusted me. And this is the thing you have to remember. People do business with people that they know, like, and trust. So if you are coming into this business and you don't have a good rapport with people because of past behaviors, it's going to take you a little bit longer. But if you come into this business and, you know, you're an Ashley Sinclair who went ambassador in 6 months and 28 days, it's because she was a respected, trusted business owner, and she had a very, very large well of people to pull from, and people trusted her. So you're going to have two sides of the coin. Well, you guys, I went executive in a week. I went ruby in 5 weeks. I went diamond in 3 months and got a $10,000 bonus. I went double diamond in 4 months, no bonus. And at that time, I was making as much money as my husband. I remember that first $6,000+ paycheck, and I about had a heart attack. And I was like, I'm balling, like, right? Like, this is amazing. And, but I started for $500. I started for $500 to $1,000, but I caught the vision very quickly. And I fell in love with the products immediately. And you guys, I fell in love with the vision to help people. Okay. So within a year, I went triple, and within 2 years, I went presidential. And the next year, the third year of business, I took my husband to double diamond. And so in those 3 years, we earned $175,000 just in bonuses. And I don't tell you that to, like, brag to you, but I tell you that to impress upon you what this business can do for your life and what's available. Like, I got $100,000 paid out, like, literally deposited into my bank account over a 2-year period. That's pretty life-changing, okay? But saying that, and I really want to share this with you guys. One day I will share this from stage one of these days. We have been paid almost $1 million in 6 years with this business. Now, there's people in this company who have made $1 million a whole heck of a lot quicker than 6.5 years. Chad and Jeree, they've been in for 7 years, and I think they're on $1.3 million or $4 million, something crazy like that. They're absolutely amazing, right? But I really want to talk to you guys just a little bit about what you're doing with what you have your hands on, because I was never financially responsible. And I've been working since, I got my first job when I was 15, okay? So I would take the bus to work, I'd go to McDonald's, I would leave smelling like grease and just, like, gross, right? But I've literally been working since I was 15. And all throughout high school, I worked 2 to 3 jobs. When my friends were, like, skiing on the weekend, I would be working. Like, I would go to work after school. Like, I was just always working. I was always working because I needed to take care of myself. And that was my later childhood and college, right? And so I was never in a position where I had a lot. So I started working at a very young age, and I was always working and working and working and working, but I was never getting ahead. And I was never getting ahead because I wasn't financially responsible, because that was not something that was modeled to me in my home. And that's not something that I was taught. And so now, what I have found, and what a lot of you might have found, and you can let me know in the comments for sure, but what I saw the trend with our family was, as we had more, we spent more. How many of you have been in that situation where you got a raise and all of a sudden you're still living paycheck to paycheck, right? The money comes in and it leaves, and it comes in and it leaves. And, like, it's just this cycle. And you guys, it's because most people don't know that they need to tell their money where to go. And this is why we have 55-year-olds who have nothing in retirement, less than $5,000 in savings. And they're having to work, and there's no hope of them retiring anytime soon because they didn't plan ahead. They didn't plan well. Well, because of this business opportunity, it's taken me back to something that I actually started learning years ago when my husband was still in the military. And it's allowing me to teach my children things that I learned the hard way. Now, the best lessons are learned the hard way. I truly believe that, because you guys, I did not save a dime of that $175,000 in bonuses. That kind of makes me want to vomit, right? Like, I could have multiple 6 figures in savings And I don't have anywhere close to that, right? It's just insane. And so I have made close to $1 million in 6.5 years. And I truly can tell you that I don't have much to show for it. I don't have a 6-figure savings account. We pay our bills, which is awesome. My girls all go to private school, which is amazing. We have paid off, before this year, it was $35,000 in debt. And that's the thing. We got rid of all of our credit card debt, but guess what? We didn't know what we were doing. And then we started accumulating more debt. We had the money and we were still accumulating more debt because it's this cycle. It's the cycle of as money comes in, you will spend and you will spend and you will spend unless you're prepared. Okay. So I'm one of those people who's going to be on stage and I'm going to say, well, I spent my first $1 million and now my second $1 million, I'm going to do something with. But because we got really, really intentional and we started doing Dave Ramsey again last summer. So last June, we started back with Financial Peace University. So far to date this year, when I talked to Chad a couple weeks ago, we had paid off a little over $10,000 so far this year, but I just paid off a student loan that I totally forgot about, you guys. Like, I started this business to pay off my student loan, credit card debt, and my car. Well, somewhere along the way, I totally forgot about my student loan, and because it was on auto pay, right? I just whatever. It's like $106 a month, every single month, forever. And it's one of those things that you don't ever pay off because it's such a small amount. You just kind of forget about it. Well, I just paid off the rest of my $4,000 in student loans. And you guys, I graduated college, oh my gosh, 13 years ago. And I was still paying off this loan. Like, how dumb is that? It's ridiculous. And they actually sent me a letter. They sent me an email that said, congratulations, you paid off your loan. Most people don't ever do that. How did you do it? And I'm like, you're a loan company and you're telling me right now that most people never pay off their student loan. What that tells me is that people go to college and they either, one, don't get jobs that allow them to pay off their student loans, or two, they're financially irresponsible, or both, right? And I know that college did nothing for me but got me my amazing husband. So thank Jesus for my husband. But as far as that, whatever. And I also found my first network marketing company in college, which I'm totally thankful for because it was a great experience, but it is hard. So what I want to challenge you guys to do is I want to challenge you all to get better with your money. I want to challenge you to get smarter with your business. I started gifting my new diamonds, Financial Peace University. So if you want to check that out at all, go to fpu.com, Financial Peace University, find a class in your area. It's like $125 to get started. And you guys, that gives you a membership for 10 years. You can go through the course as many times as you want. It's really, really good accountability. And people go through these 6-week classes and they pay off $30,000 in 6 weeks because they learn how to get smart with their money. You get apps you can use, like budgeting tools, all sorts of different things. But what I see the most is that people come into the business to make a little bit of money, and then you start spending everything that comes in. So this is what I want to challenge you to do. In a business, it takes money to make money. Correct? Let's all agree. Let's all raise our hands. It takes money to make money. Yes? Okay. It took you $100 or $50 or $20 or $9.99 or whatever you got started with to start your business so that you could actually start making money, right? You have to purchase your product rewards so that you can sell them and make more money. You have to purchase your auto ship so that you can get results and make more money. It takes money to make money. You have to purchase your conference ticket so you can go to these events and actually invest into your business. Well, this is what I'm going to challenge you to do. If you're in this business and you're making, $50 on your paycheck, that is not your $50. It's not yours. It's going back into your business. Okay? You need to invest $20 into your website fee every single month. You need to invest money to order products every single month. So that $50 is going back into your business. And you're like, but Noelle, I have to buy diapers. Okay, well, this is my question to you. What would you do if that money wasn't there? You would find it somewhere. You would buy diapers somewhere, somehow. You would, okay? So that money isn't yours. Now, $150. Just set aside $150. If we can, make it $200 because I really want you guys to save for conference and start investing every single month. $200 goes back into your business every single month. Okay, you guys, that's for your website. That's for the products you're going to order. That's for event tickets. It's really important. Because if you're not going to go to events, you're not going to be here very long. And if you're not going to be here very long, you can't be here to be like me and say I've made $1 million. You can't be here to say I've earned $175,000 in bonuses. You can't be here to say I've paid off $45,000 in credit card debt. You're not going to have a story. So I really want you guys to think about that. I want you to think about that money that you're making. It goes straight back into your business, okay? And then when you start investing in your business, you start using your products daily, weekly, monthly. You start keeping your website up and running, and people can actually enroll, and you can take care of your customers, and you can put money in a jar for that conference ticket that will be available to purchase probably in October. The event will be in January. I'm just telling you guys now because you need the whole year to save, right? After that $200, when you start investing that money in your business every single month, the rest of it is yours to spend. Maybe treat yourself to something small, like a $12 manicure. And then you guys, let's be smart. Let's use that money for what you actually started this business for. I want to hear right now in the chat what your why is, why you started. Not the amount that you started for, but what you started for. So if you started for $500, great. What's that money for? Is it for groceries? Is it for diapers? Is it for a mortgage? Is it for your car payment? Like, what is it for specifically? If it's to be home with your babies, why? Like, what is that going to cover that's going to allow you to be home with your babies? You need to put the money towards where you need to give your money a name. You need to tell your money where to go. That's what I'm trying to say. I love this. She wants to pay for her daughter to go to France next summer. So all of that money, right, above $200, like we said, goes into a bank account or a jar in your kitchen to be towards that France trip. Pay off debt and buy a house. Like, you guys, and if you have goals like I want to buy a house, I want to buy a car, you need to have that so specific in your brain. Like, what does that house look like? What neighborhood is it in? Like, find a picture of it and put it on your dream board. And I kind of want to take you over to my dream board right now. Should I do that? Can I take you over to my dream board? I want to show you something. We're going over to my dream board. Hold on just a second. And the reason why I'm going to show you this is because I put this house on my dream board 3 years ago. Can you guys see that house? Right there. See the house? That house is a farmhouse with a big porch, with rocking chairs, lots of land. Well, guess what? The house that we bought last summer, I didn't even realize it at the time, looks almost identical to that house. That house was on my dream board. That was supposed to be a house in Tennessee, actually. It's not in Tennessee. And I don't have a red front door, but the house is literally almost identical to that house on my dream board. And I didn't even realize it. I put it on my dream board because it was something that I loved, and it's something that I get to look at every single day. And as we were house hunting, what's in your heart, what's in your mind goes to your heart, and it just automatically happens. And so you need to have something so specific so that you know what you're working towards. It's amazing. So I'm going to keep that up there because, like, I don't know, maybe I'll still have a house in Tennessee. I don't know. But for now, that's what I got. But I want you guys to get so specific, but I'm going to challenge you all to go join Financial Peace University. Because every single person in the world needs better financial coaching. And I want to see you all taking this little bit of money that you're making and turning it into a lot of debt freedom. Or taking the lot of money that you're making and turning it into a lot of debt freedom, blessing other people, and 6 figures in savings. And that's possible, but it's only possible with focused intensity. Okay? So I really want you guys to focus on that. So I want to talk to a couple of girls on my team who are just blowing it up. I want you guys to hear their really quick story, and for them to give you some tips on how you can work your business better and just really what's working for them, because everything everybody works differently, and not post to post doesn't work for everybody, right? And cold messaging doesn't work for everybody, and attraction marketing doesn't work for everybody, and door-to-door sales doesn't work for everybody. So I want you to hear from a couple of people who are just making it happen, and to see how it works. The name of the financial program that I recommend, Dave Ramsey, Financial Peace University, FPU.com, will get you hooked up to a class in your area. And it's amazing, absolutely amazing. So I'm excited to hear your testimonials as you dig into that a little bit more, start making more money, and start investing back into your business. So the first person I want to talk to, her name is Jade. And Jade, I'm just going to unmute you real quick. Hey, girlfriend, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Yeah. Okay, so tell everyone who you are and where you're from and how long you've been in the business.
I'm Jade, and I have been in the business 3 months. I'm trying to go to a better lit place. I've been in the business for 3 months now, and I just promoted to Ruby. And I got into this business because I needed something where I could stay at home with my daughter. And so far, it's been absolutely amazing.
Okay, so you had a little bit of a fiasco the month you went Ruby, which was last month. And
Yeah.
I just want to tell you how proud I am of you, because you guys, she built herself to Ruby, 3 legs, right? 3 legs at 400. Yes. And then one of her legs, she found out. So she promoted with her 3 legs, on the 25th, correct?
Yeah, it was like a couple days before the end of the month. Yeah.
So we still had a few days to work with, but on the 25th or 26th, she should have promoted to Ruby with her 3 legs. And then we got in there and saw that one of her legs was canceled. By the way, you can't use a canceled leg to promote unless there's an active underneath them. And so Jade did what all sane people would do. She screamed and yelled and cried for a couple of hours.
Yes, I did.
And then she said, okay, I'm done. I'm done with my pity party. My head's back in the game. And then she went and built a whole nother new 400 BV leg in just a few days and promoted to Ruby officially before the end of the month.
Woohoo!
So proud of you. It was amazing.
Thank you.
I love you're just a perfect example of what Pam Souter always says. She says, have your pity party, then pull up your big girl panties and get back to work. Right?
You got to straighten that crown when you're a boss, babe.
Straighten that crown up there and get back to work. So
that's right.
Tell everyone just a little bit about what your day-to-day life looks like and what's working for you.
Well, I always start my day with personal development, because personal development is huge. You have to be able to be happy with yourself and have confidence in yourself in order to go talk to people. So that's a huge thing, personal development. And then I do a little bit of a different type of marketing, I guess, because I don't do tons and tons of host to post. I post on my wall for people who, if they want to help me, then they leave just a simple word, yes. And that's how I get most of my host to posts, by asking them permission on my page. And then after that, it's follow up. And I will follow up with them numerous times and be like, hey, how's it going? Just, checking back to see if this is what you want to do. And most of the time they're like, yes, I actually do want to do this now that you've talked to me 5 times. But I just actually signed an LLC while we were on this Zoom call and she came to me. So that was pretty cool. But then just throughout the day, just keep in contact with your loyal customers and keep in contact with the people that you've been talking to, because life happens and they forget a lot, or they don't have a paycheck right away and they have to wait until the next paycheck. Make sure you set reminders, because I know I can't remember to contact somebody a month later. So make sure you set reminders.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I can't even remember to contact somebody an hour later, let's be honest, like ADD here. So the Connect app is amazing for that. And you can not only set it in your phone, so it actually gives you a repeat alert, but you can use the Connect app to send your reminders as well.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. It's pretty awesome.
Good. Well, I'm so proud of you. I just wanted to congratulate you on your Ruby. What kind of personal development are you loving these days?
I really love to listen to Pam Souter, and I love I'm still books of The Secret. So The Secret is one of my most favorite personal development things. It's taught me so much, and how to go live daily life, just being positive, and the law of attraction. And that one right there is the one that hits me the closest, because I had to work on that big time.
That's awesome. I love it. Well, I'm so proud of you. Congratulations on Ruby. I know that you got Emerald and Diamond just coming very, very shortly.
Working at it, working hard.
Awesome. Well, congratulations, girl. Thanks for popping on.
Thank you.
Okay, you guys. Now I want to bring on somebody who I stalked and stalked for years, and she ignored me and left me on red all the time, would never respond to me. She would just never, I would just send her messages and she would ignore me, and I'd send her more messages and she would ignore me. And then one day she stopped ignoring me and she actually signed up. And you guys, I'm going to unmute her really quick. Hold on. Let me find you. I got you. She is boxed in for Double Diamond. And she earned herself a $10,000 bonus earlier this year, and she's working on earning her husband a $10,000 bonus this month, and herself a $15,000 bonus. So, Yvette, where are you?
I'm right here.
I'll find you. Hold on. Keep talking. There you are. Hi. Okay.
Hi.
So tell everybody who you are and where you're from and how long you've been in the business.
What does he want, babe?
And she has like 12,000 kids at home, so it's fine.
Literally. So I am Yvette Vigil. I'm a diamond, as Noelle said, and I've been in the business for a year and like 3 months.
Awesome.
In Colorado Springs. What do you want?
I know. I'm so excited. I get to see you in a couple weeks.
I know. I can't wait to see you.
That'll be so if you guys are in Colorado or anywhere near,
it's up to Daddy. Ask Daddy.
I'm going to be in Colorado, and Yvette and I are going to have a little get-together, a little training lunch or something. So send us a message. We'll get together. Okay, so tell everybody why you started.
So initially, I wanted to lose weight. Like, I had no idea. Like, I really didn't do research on the company or like distributors and loyal customers having the same pricing and stuff like that. So I literally like just wanted the distributor kit. That's it. And I got the products and I fell in love with them, and I seen the results, and I was like, oh my God, like I have to do this. And the weird thing is, like, I had absolutely no intention of running a business, but it works with keeping me awake at night, even though that wasn't my intention. Like, it was keeping me up at night. And I see Noelle and I seen her Facebook, and I was just like, this is just fake. Like, there's no way it's real, you know, because obviously where I come from, that's just not life, you know, like that's not what I was brought up in, like abundance and prosperity and happiness and all those different things. And so I was very skeptical, for sure. I left Noelle unseen. Can you give me a paper towel, baby? I left Noelle unseen a lot of different times. And actually, I looked back at our messages because I wanted to know like the gist of everything. And I messaged you, and I was like, okay, I want to know how to make money like you do. Mm-hmm. And then I just kept procrastinating. Mm-hmm. But yeah, your post and just your consistency and all of that, like, definitely just drew me in, and it took me a really long time, but my mind was going, like, even when I didn't realize why, like when I was going, I'm telling you, I would wake up in the middle of the night, you guys, and like now that I do personal development, it's so crazy because like it always talks about like, you know, when you wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, there's a reason. Like, success leaves clues, and you're supposed to be up, and like those thoughts that are going through your mind, like that's the universe, like it's telling you what you need to do, and so you have to listen to those things. But anyways, like legit would stay up, you know, thinking about it works, and I had no idea what it was or anything.
That's amazing.
Can you give me a paper towel, please?
I love that you and Jade both hit on the same thing, and you just talked about, well, Jade talked about follow-up and you talked about consistency. And that's the thing that comes to my mind always, is that your prospects, they see you. they're probably not interacting with you. They're
Right.
probably not liking or commenting on your stuff. You guys, I get so many messages from people who have never once interacted with my posts. They've been stalking me, like full on stalking me. I had one girl who called me and asked me about the business, and we weren't even friends on Facebook. She literally used to come to my page and stalk me because my page was public. And then one day she decided to message me. I had no idea who she was. So keep your page public, by the way. But be consistent, because like Jade said, she follows up with people 5, 6, 7 times. And after she's continuing to follow up, they know that they can trust her. They know that she's going to be there for her. So Yvette, you have earned $10,000 in bonuses so far. You're boxed in for double, and your husband will be your diamond. So I've seen you come from where you started. You have a super rough past, and I'm sure you'll share about that on a different Zoom when you've promoted again. I don't know if anybody else has heard your story yet, but you guys, she's got the roughest of the rough. And she comes from a pretty bad place, but I've seen you jump into this and start your personal development, and it's completely changed your life. So that's made you an extraordinary leader. You're pouring into your team every single day, but at the same time, you're still finding the time to work your own business. And I think that's so important. We say 1/3 of your time needs to be spent on your own personal growth, 1/3 on your own business, and 1/3 on growing your team, right? So how do you find time to do everything? I mean, you have 5 kids at home, right? So you're just a little busy, and your husband is working, right? He's working full time. So you've got a very, very full plate. So how do you find time for all of the things, and what's working for you when you do sit down to work?
Honestly, like, I feel like right now at this point, like, I'm so excited to be boxed in for Double Diamond, and I'm so excited to have a working team, which is so amazing. And so I'm honestly pouring so much into them right now. Like, I'm excited. I want to get that bonus, like that's, but at the end of the day, like, I want to make sure that my team, I'm putting my team first. And some people might think that that's not the right thing to do, but at the end of the day, like, their success means so much more than to just be selfish and have my own success, because I don't want it to crumble, for one, and for two, I know what this money, like the amount of money that I'm making as a diamond, I know what this does for me. I know what this does for my family, and I don't want to be selfish. Like, I want to bring them with me, and I want to help my team. Like, I genuinely love these girls, and they're amazing, and they just, like, they pour into me just as much as I pour into them. And so it's exciting. But definitely, I think the fact that I do that, like, it makes me want to work my business. I don't always have time. I'm not very structured, especially when my kids are at school. And so, like, any that I get, I just do it. Like, I take the time, any chance that I can get to take the time, I take the time. And Sergio, he's working full-time construction. He's doing the apprenticeship for construction, and he's in the fire academy. So he's on like almost 80 hours a week, you guys. Like, it's rough. And so, at times, it might sound bad to say this, but at times I do feel like I am like that single mom, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, like, I know what I have my hands on, I can bring him home. Like, that is our number one goal, because the times that he has taken PTO and stayed home, like, it's amazing. Like, he helps so much with the kids, and I can actually work my business. So, I mean, you're not always going to find balance. There's, like, in my opinion, there's no such thing as balance. Like, get over trying to be balanced, and literally just when you can work that little 10 minutes, that 5 minutes, that whatever, like, work it. Getting up at like 4 o'clock in the morning is like a must for me. Now, do I do it every day? No, I don't. And so you just have to, I feel like when I'm in like in 100% go mode, you'll know, because I'll promote. Now, with my kids being home from school, I mean, it's not an excuse. It's just, it is what it is. But my kids do, change the whole aspect of my day, because they're at each other's throats, and then having to, pay a lot more attention to them and stuff. So I feel like this summer the summer can be a little bit weird, but at the same time, once you adjust and get your schedule aligned, there's nothing that can stop you. Like nothing can be an excuse in this business unless you allow it to be an excuse. Like you just literally have to take the time and make it happen. So, I mean, that's really all I can say. You just have to find the time. It's a day and have those non-negotiables, you know, have your open sign every single day, which is posting, engaging, asking, you know, that's really all it is. And sometimes you can get discouraged because people don't like your post, or people don't respond to your host post, or people don't bite on your host post or whatever, but you're planting a seed. And so as long as you're engaging and you're posting and you're interacting and you're being consistent and you're using your products, those seeds are going to grow. It just takes time. So it's hard for me because I'm a red and I'm like, I want it right now. But you know, you have to be patient, and you just have to know that, like, I don't know, for some reason I feel like I said, I love my team to death, and it's not just about me. Like, it's about my team. And I've taken it to the point of, if I don't, you know, make a promotion, I'm going to make sure that somebody else does make a promotion. I'm going to work towards that. Now, am I going to pour into people that ain't doing nothing? No, I'm not. Like, that's something that I've had to learn, especially going into Diamond. Like, work with the willing, and the people that aren't going to work. It was so funny because I heard this Zoom, Morgan Martin and somebody, or maybe it wasn't Morgan. No, I think it was Cheyenne Knox. And she was talking with her upline, and they're like, you can try to poke it and you can try to like bring it back to life, but it's never going to happen. And it's like, it's so true. Like you literally have to leave them there, because it's like trying to do CPR on somebody that's dead. And that might sound really harsh, but you need that new blood. Like, and that's what I'm focused on. I'm focused on getting myself new blood and helping my team get new blood, and just bringing that energy and bringing that fire, because it's out there. Look at Jade. Like, she is amazing. And so I know it's just about asking more people. It's a numbers game. That's so if you're not signing like consistently, but you're working consistently, like, you need to be talking to more people. And I can say that, like, anytime that I work, you guys, like, I'm being straight up, I will sign and blow it out the water. So if you're not signing, then you're probably not talking to enough people. That's my opinion.
Yeah, that's true. Or if you're doing all the activity and you're getting 100% no's, you need to tweak something somewhere. And so that's where you need to have a conversation with your upline and figure out what's wrong. Because there can always be something tweaked. There can always be something made better. And if you're not having, you know, any successes, and that's when I say 100% success, or if you're having 100% failure rate where every single person is turning you down and saying, no, there's something that we need to change. And it might be, you need to do personal development so people like who you are. Like, let's be honest, some people just don't like people, right? They're like, no, I don't get a good vibe from you. And maybe they don't get a good vibe from you for a reason. Or maybe there's something wrong with the way that you're talking to people, and they're getting offended, or they're getting turned off, or you're pouring a bucket of information into their head and they're like, whoa, you know, like something somewhere can be tweaked. But that's where reaching out and asking for direction, that's what we're here for. So
yeah. And one more thing, like, so you guys, I seriously can't tell my team this enough. I don't care if you've been in the business for a year or 6 months or 2 months or 3 months. If you're not signing and you're honestly doing the work, like, something's wrong. I have absolutely no problem doing three-way chats with anybody on my team, whether you've been in the business for a year or whether you've been in the business for 3 months, because something's wrong, like Noelle said, for one. And for two, like, personal development is key. And I tell my team this all the time. And it to a brick wall when Noelle would tell me, do your personal development. I'm like, whatever, lady, I'm not going to listen to you. You don't know what you're talking about. Like, I legit didn't listen to her, you guys. I signed customers because I didn't care, and I asked everybody. And so I was signing a bunch of people, and my paycheck was growing, but it kept going back down. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, why isn't it staying up, you know? And So then I started doing the personal development, and I'm like, oh my God, all these things. And it didn't just help me in my business, you guys. Like, I have become a better mother, daughter, spouse. Like, I have changed so much because of personal development, because we're molded in this way that we shouldn't be molded that way. Like, there's so much more to life. And so if you don't do personal development, I'm telling you, just please try it for a month. Try it for a month and watch the drastic change, and people can feel your energy. When you do personal development, your energy is just high and lit. And when you go out and you message, or when you go out and you talk to people face to face, however you do your business, that energy, everything we are, you guys, is energy. Me talking to you guys right now is energy. And so that's going to bounce off of you to that person through a message or through a phone call or whatever, however you run your business. And so when you're lit and you're just like, oh my God, I feel so amazing, like, you are going to set that out, and they're going to be like, oh my God, I want part of that. Do you know what I'm saying? And so do the personal development, because it'll change your energy. And if you're moping around, or you feel depressed, or you're just not feeling life right now, do not send messages, because people can feel that through your messages. Whether you're trying to sound hype or whether your message sounds cute, it doesn't matter. Everything is energy, and it gets sent that way. So I'm telling you right now, just do personal development, please, because it'll change your business. It changed my business, you guys. It really did.
Love it. Thank you so much for sharing, Yvette. I'm so proud of you. I cannot wait to see you go double diamond. Okay, you guys. So Pam asked a really good question, and Yvette covered this, but I just want to hit on it again. She said, what if your team doesn't care about their own success? I hate to say it, but that's where she's at right now. Yvette just hit the nail on the head. It's easier to give birth than to raise the dead, right? You go find new blood. If your team, what happens when you sign a distributor? When you sign a distributor, that means nothing. It does not mean that they're going to work. It does not mean that they're going to promote. It does not mean that they're going to have success whatsoever. When you sign a distributor, basically what they're giving you permission to do is to continue to recruit them. That's all. Like Yvette said, when she first started, she just wanted the products. That's it. And then she actually opened her box and started using them and started getting results. And then she was like, okay, I got to share these with people, because she loved them. But even then, the business didn't really get into her heart, and she didn't start to recruit distributors until she started doing personal development. I truly believe that people don't have people join their team because they're not developed enough. I fully in my heart believe that. So, and that's one of those things where, like she said, I told her to do it and she totally ignored me. Most of my team ignores me when I tell them to do personal development. It's the ones that don't ignore me that I see promoting, and I know I can count on to be here longer, because they get the bigger picture. That this business is not just about making a quick buck. This business is about changing everything that you are. And that's the really cool thing, is that Chad is now at this thing right now with all these business people learning how to take the millions that he and Jeree have earned and turn it into legacy money. You guys, that's what you get to do. When you, one, start working and figure out how to make money, okay? Start your day with personal development, do consistent business building activity, follow up, okay? Plug in, all of those things, okay? Those are important. So you figure out how to run your business. And if you are like, I'm so lost, I have no idea, go back and talk to your sponsor. If your sponsor's no longer in the business, go talk to your upline. Somebody's gonna be there to hold your hand and guide you. You figure out how to run your business and how to make money. That's your first step. Then you figure out how to get your finances in order. Financial Peace University, can't harp on that enough. Go do it, okay? Go get yourself registered for a class. It takes money to make money. It takes money to build wealth. $125, I think, is the cost for Financial Peace University. Dave Ramsey doesn't believe in credit cards, but I believe that class is worth wherever you can find that money, okay? Go sell some stuff on Marketplace, whatever you got to do. Go clean some houses, guys. Go clean some toilets. Have somebody pay you to clean their toilets for a couple days. Like, you'll be fine. You can come up with the money. And then figure out how to start building wealth. You can't build wealth if you don't have anything to build wealth with. This business is a vehicle to allow you to do better and bigger things with your life, to allow you to not only live abundantly with your family, to allow you to give back like you've only ever dreamed of giving back and bless other people, and then to actually set generations to come up for financial success. You guys, I don't want my kids to have to start working when they're 15. I want to do, this is a whole nother Dave Ramsey thing. When it's time for them to buy a car, I will match however much money they have saved. If they only saved $1,000 by the time they're 16, well, guess what? They get a $2,000 car. But if they saved $10,000, they get a $20,000 car. It's a pretty good deal, right? But I can only offer that to them if I'm teaching them financial responsibility and I myself am also financially responsible. I want to be able to bless them in their future with bank accounts that are going to help them have success, but I want to bless them with the financial principles that are going to help them not just earn money or, help them receive money, but actually keep their money and invest their money and grow it into wealth. So you guys have your hands on something that is so huge, but if people on your team aren't showing up, if they don't care about their success, they're not a distributor. You guys, a distributor is not a distributor until they actually distribute something. You got so many people on your team, they signed up and they've never distributed anything. They are not a distributor. They're not even a customer. They're not distributing anything and they haven't even set up an auto ship. You guys, they're nothing. They're not even a customer. Don't treat them like a distributor until they actually distribute something. Invite them into this family. Invite them to attend Zooms. Invite them to work. You're not gonna force anybody to become a diamond. They come about naturally, okay? That's what happens. You can't force anybody to work. So recruit. Continue to recruit. Your job, this is your only job, and I will end on this. Your only job is to bring people into your business faster than they're leaving. That sounds harsh, but that is what your job is. So if you've got people on the way out, guess what? You better go get some more people to be on the way in. Because otherwise your check is going to go from, I don't know, did you get a good Ruby check and you made $400 because you had 3 fast starts and $100 in commissions? Well, guess what? Next month, you might have $100 in commissions. So your $400 check just went to $95. Ouch. Ouch. Guess what? It's because you stopped recruiting. This is not a one and done thing, you guys. This is forever. You get to bless people with this opportunity, and forever you get to sow into other people. And when you stop opening your mouth to share this opportunity and these products with people, and when you stop working because things just got busy, your check's gonna go away. Until you get to a point where you're an ambassador diamond and whatever, and then you can go to the beach for a month. You can go to Hawaii or Fiji or whatever for a month, and your check is still gonna be there. Awesome. But until that time, you guys, work like your life depends on this, because it really does. And it's fun. If you're doing it right, it's going to be fun. Like, you're going to be having fun. You're going to be talking to people. You're going to be building relationships. The best thing that I got out of this business, the money's great, but the friendships top all of it. You guys, I would return all of the money and if I could just keep the relationships. Because the relationships, the people that have been brought into my life because of this business are worth more than gold. You guys, they get me. We do life together. We grow together. We challenge each other. And when you really dig into this business and start to get to know people, your life is going to be changed by the relationships. It's amazing. So anyway, I hope you guys got some really good tips tonight. Chad and Jeree will hopefully be back next week, but it was so good to meet you all, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.